shooting this video on what I call my sunrise balcony. I usually shoot my videos on my sunset balcony. I've had two balconies at my lovely apartment on Curious Island of Gozo. Doing it on a different balcony because I have a really fun guest at the moment and she's asleep and I woke up really early this morning. Didn't really need to know that, but that's just a glimpse into my human life. Great news. There was a conference on Bitcoin hosted by the Nasdaq Stock Exchange. That's super great, which I'll explain later. There was a historic meeting announcing a possible solution to the scaling debate in Bitcoin, which would help Bitcoin take even more transactions and increase the transaction time. The group known as the Digital Currency Group, which claims to represent 83% of miners, which means that they're on board. Very possible that the miners will get on board the new plans to scale Bitcoin to make it even bigger, even better, and it's already outcompetes. It already is way better than the conventional banking system, but then it's very possible in September it's going even better. So what's going to happen means they're going to implement either SegWit or something like SegWit. Future, maybe I'll make a video explaining exactly what that is, which I actually literally don't know a single person that understands what SegWit is. I would explain it like this. SegWit will mean that Bitcoin will definitely outcompete gold as the best currency for storing value, or it does. And it will continue. It'll be like getting the benefits of gold, the long-term store value, with the convenience of the banks, which Bitcoin already does already. So Bitcoin is just going to get so much better in September. They've come to an agreement. Anything could happen next couple of months. And that means the other development team called Bitcoin Limited are probably not very happy today. But no offense to Roger Ver, but market wants what the market wants, baby. He wants digital gold. This is $1 digital dollars. What can I say? I tried to be impartial on this and give people impartial, unbiased information, but you can't deny the market wants the SegWit option, and as we see that whenever there's positive news about SegWit being adopted, that the price just goes up like crazy, and it's what the market wants. It's what the user wants. SegWit, baby, SegWit. And so the price, last time I checked, and the price could be different by the time I put up this video, but it was 2,360. Well, 2,366. If you want to get anal about it, but the prices can differ quite a bit. In one exchanges I use, it's 2,500. I gotta look into that. Why is one of the exchanges I use is so high? Gotta look into that. So it's very possible that you might go, well, okay, it's reaching your all-time high. Maybe the price will go down. Yeah, reason would dictate that, but I look at I'm looking at the price. I mean, the price is increasing every day. It's not for a lot of people. They'll think, wow, like nearly $200 in a day is a lot. Yeah, but percentages wise, it's a gradual increase continuously for like a month. Crazy. Like there has been pullbacks, but the pullbacks haven't been that severe. Yeah, I've been expecting a pullback all month, but there are many banks that are adopting Bitcoin, which particularly in the Nordic region. For Americans don't understand what that means, Northern Europe, and like Norway and Ireland, for example, and Japan. Japan's not in Northern Europe, just in case you don't know where Japan is. They say Northern region and Japan. And the fact that this event was hosted by the Nasdaq American Stock Exchange, you've got stock exchanges, and these large American banks are now going, holy crap, we have to catch up with Europe and Asia, or America is going to be screwed. So that's amazing, and I never really bother following the stock exchange, so I do get a little bit of information here and there, but I was like, contacted Nasdaq instead. Good work, boys, good work. I'll follow your description and look into what products you want to sell me. Excellent. Very happy with Nasdaq jumping on board. I mean, they're billionaires. Because they're billionaires jumping onto Bitcoin. I didn't even look at what the market cap was. I don't know. Maybe is the market cap of cryptocurrency 70 billion? Could be 80 billion by now. Who knows? Like, there's no point me looking at the price, looking at it and telling you, because every time I do that, it goes up 10 million. And so what happens when billionaires jump on board? Billionaires they could physically possibly buy most of the market in one day, but that would crash the market. So for a billionaire to become a trillionaire, they would have to buy a little bit of Bitcoin every day. You could probably get away with buying 10 Bitcoin a day if you're a billionaire. You couldn't buy 100 Bitcoin a day. It'd be a very difficult task to do. So that's why I think the price is slowly going up, because the mega rich people are going, how stupid have we been? Why have we been stopping this? And they're now trying to buy a little bit of Bitcoin every day, because they can't buy a lot every day and it won't go, and they couldn't sell it all in one go because that would mess them up. And what we're seeing now is so close to mass adoption. Now there's banks, investment companies hopping on board. Mass adoption 2018, everyone's gonna have Bitcoin, and and in our time frame, cryptocurrencies is how we do business and do trading. I mean, it already is. It's the most successful currency in the past 10 years, and it's way easier to make a living. I mean, without going into my personal details too much, but broke up my ex took all my money. Was quite screwed. 3 months, paying my rent, trading. Boom, easy game to get into. So, for everybody who watches my videos, people who watch my videos, people who subscribe to my videos and get the notifications, like and share, they would have made 5 times the amount of Bitcoin when I suggested to invest in Ripple. And very happy with Ripple. Along the way, I've been taking out a little bit, selling it, investing into other coins, because I don't want my portfolio to have more than, say, 30 or 40% of my cryptocurrencies. I like diversity, please. I like my cryptocurrencies, like I like my women, varied in size and shapes and assets and skills. And so the price of Ripple is at some point it's gone down like a third. I don't care, because I'd already made 5 times, taken out chunks of it and reinvested it. So now so if the price of Ripple continues to go down, I don't care, because I've already made a profit from it. Yeah, a day trader would have sold a few days ago. But I don't believe it's realistic for me to compete against a day trader who's more professional than me. But buy and hold is a great long-term strategy, because a few more banks pick up Ripple and boom, price go up again. So do I think today's a good price to buy Ripple? I'm looking at the charts. I'm going, well, it's like a little bit like a third less than its all-time high. You can obviously go up to the high again, because it's continuously developing. So yeah, maybe the price will lower, and that's a better time to buy. Couldn't tell you. But when I'm looking at the hourly chart, and I can go, it looks like it did already hit its bottom. It's going up again. So research it yourself. I recommend buying Ripple for the long term. and then selling it off every so often to diversify your portfolio, because I rather diversity. Because what happens when people sell their Ripple or any other cryptocurrency, they just buy another cryptocurrency. People don't usually cash out to dollars. They'll cash out into dollars into fiat currencies. Why the hell would you do that? So having a diverse portfolio means that you've got like multiple nets and you're catching different fish. So what are the other fish that I've been catching? Well, the guy that I believe, the digital asset I believe that is going to, that has made me, I don't know, in the realms of 3 or 4 times the profit since I bought it, is Waves. And in the past few days, shoom, the price has shot up, and you think, oh, the price has shot up, I should probably either sell my Waves and buy back later. That has lost me Waves, because when you look at the price of Waves, it shoots up, pulls back ever so slightly, and it goes up again. And you go, well, I can't do that forever. You can't go forever, but these are new currencies. So, and people now have, wider population now has more faith in them. So, yeah, maybe the price of Waves will go down. I'm looking at it and going, there's a hell of a lot of momentum still behind it, and it doesn't usually pull back. That doesn't mean it will never pull back. But, hey, like I said, if the price goes down significantly, I don't care, because I've already profited from it. A day trader wouldn't do that, but I'm more of a buy and holder, sell off with a profit, invest it into the coins. So Waves and Ripple are what I consider to be medium risk. Very slowly going to start thinking of them more as low risk, because they're almost going to be as well adopted as Ethereum. So another medium risk coin that I would recommend looking into is Monero. Monero, I don't care what you call it, Monero, whatever. It's a coin that focuses on privacy, and if you subscribe, like, share my video, you will eventually get a more detailed update than I'm going to give about it now, because it doesn't, for me, I wouldn't really use Monero for something, because I don't really need a private currency, and I don't buy illegal things, or I'm not aware that I buy illegal things. Maybe I'm doing illegal things all the time, because let's be fair, laws be silly. I mean, no one's ever given me a handbook of all the laws I have to follow, and when school tried to give me rules, like, never really made any sense. Anyway, whatever, going off on a tangent there. But even though I personally don't really need to use Monero for investment, it's good, because there are billions of people who are interested, billions of dollars worth of people, let's say, who are interested in a private currency. And I've never, while I wouldn't recommend using Bitcoin for private transactions, while it's possible someone who's tech savvy like myself can track it down and find you. But Monero, I don't know so much. I haven't seen anyone being able to trace the transactions. However, there are, I'm talking about this too much, but there are services that you can use where you send Monero to a third party, and then they send the equal amount of Bitcoin to someone else, and thus making a completely private transaction. So it's a good project. I call it medium risk because there's lots of support behind it. It meets the market demand, and I'll shift it into low risk when there's larger wide scale adoption. So the price shot up, it pulled back, and it looks like it's going up again. So maybe there's a better time to buy than today, but long term, buy and hold. My more high risk suggestions When Siacoin, I like the concept of decentralized cloud currencies. I think it's cool. I'm a really big fan of digital assets that provide a service to people that there is a market demand for. It's a new currency, so you never know. When a few people make videos saying, "Hey, buy Siacoin, it's really cool," the price could shoot up in. I'm talking about tens. Like $1,000 could become $10,000. It's very possible, but it's high risk. So I would say invest in whatever you consider to be low amount in, and that's relative to each person. And I live in a relatively cheap, easygoing Mediterranean country in comparison to my home country. So cheap to an Irish person and cheap to a Maltese person is not the same. So let's put it this way. I make a certain amount of Bitcoin on a monthly basis now, or let's say on a weekly basis. And when I lose a bit, I'm like, eh. So I invest in what I call a high risk coin. I put a little bit. I'm like, well, if I lost that, it doesn't matter because I have a dozen or so assets and most of them go up, so it doesn't really matter too much if one or two goes down. Now for my favorite coin that I'm really excited about. Again, subscribe, notification, like, share this video please, and I'll make a more detailed video on why I'm really excited by a new coin called, I call it Trustcoin. Its name on the exchange is Trust. I think the company is called We Trust. I'm a little bit confused with its name. But I don't care, I still love it. The reason why I love it because Bitcoin is by far the best cryptocurrency for buying and holding for a long time. And despite that there's other coins where you can make lots of money really fast, Bitcoin's really good at storing the value. However, Trustcoin, because the way that is designed, if they succeed in their goal on dominating the cryptocurrency market in India, China, and the rest of Asia, I believe that it will be better at holding a value than Bitcoin. It's not a guarantee, that's just what I believe looking at it today. And if, for the people who follow me on Facebook, Twitter, check the links down below. I put up a post. I put up a post, looked at the chart, said, hey look, the price is going down quite a bit. This is a good time to buy. And the price went up 55%. So anyone who followed my tip, boom, 50 something, whatever, 56%. So I think I'm very enthusiastic. I'm going to be following it quite a bit. Yeah, sure, it could fail, the price could go down, blah 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 blah. But hey, I've already made money from it. So hooray for Trustcoin. And what else can I say about Trustcoin? I think it's good for. I think that if you're going to say one coin in particular right now that you could take $100, €100, £100, whatevs, and you buy one, it's Trustcoin. And I believe, it's a belief, not a fact, that if they succeed in dominating the Asian cryptocurrency market, that investing like $100 worth in possibly 5 years would make you a millionaire. I'm not saying I think Bitcoin is so good that it will be able to outcompete most of its competitors, but Trustcoin, very politically interesting. So I'm not right all the time. I'm right most of the time. I am right most of the time, and most people who follow my tips are doing really well. So I would recommend subscribing, press the notification buttons, the bell, bing, boom, beep, like, share this video to other people, check my links below, be updating the website the next couple of days, talking to some investors that want to up my game a bit, make my channel a little bit more professional. So at the moment, this is my phone. I need a microphone in the video. That's kind of a long-term project I have for this channel. I have a playlist to help people, for beginners, not professional traders, for beginners to get into investing and trading Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. But it's more of a prototype. It's just I'm just putting the idea there, and then I'm talking to investors to kick it up a notch. And then of course there's a pile of affiliate links down there. I'd say, yeah, I think even it's at a all-time high, you can buy Bitcoin today. There's a link down there. Buy $100 worth of Bitcoin, get 10%, get $10 free Bitcoin. And what I forgot to mention in the scaling at the start of the video, which was 20 minutes ago, there is a risk and a possibility of a hard fork of Bitcoin. Developers might just make a completely new version, or not completely. It's pretty much the exact same with little tweaks. That may or may not happen. But if you're worried about it, check my link below. Use my affiliate link to download Airbit's wallet. You put your Bitcoin into Airbit's wallet, and when the split happens, or when the hard fork happens, you'll have two different versions of Bitcoin. The current version of Bitcoin, and if there's a hard fork, hard fork version of Bitcoin. Freedom, baby.